today's a review day, so we're going to talk about solving by graphing, substitution, and elimination. So I've talked about this each and every day, how you can have one of three things happen. You can have one solution, you can have no solutions, or you can have infinitely many solutions. So when we solve by graphing, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be graphing the lines. I like to graph these lines because they are in y equals mx plus b form. So I know my m is 2 and my b is 1. So my slope ends up being 2 over 1, rise over run. So I'll plot my 1 here, and I'll go up 2 over 1, so I've got positive slope. You can see how it's climbing. Or I could go down to the left 1, because negative over negative is still positive. And I'll go ahead and connect those dots together. My second line I'll do in red here. I have my slope is 3, and my b value is negative 1. And so I end up with a slope of 3 over 1. So I end up getting the y-intercept is negative 1, and I have a slope of 3. Up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. So they do intersect right here. My intersection ends up being the point 2, 5. And so that's my answer for this particular problem. Again, you can check your solutions. The second type of problem that we talked about is solving by substitution. What I like to do, I like to use substitution when I have a y equals equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my y equals negative x plus 2. I'm going to create a box here because that's what y equals. And I have 3x plus 3y equals 12. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my y with the box. So I have a 3x plus 3, my box, equals 12. Inside my box is a negative x plus 2. So I end up getting 3x plus 3 times negative x plus 2 equals 12. Well, now what I'm left to do is solve for x. So I have a 3x plus a negative 3x plus a 6 equals 12. Because this is out, just created 0, I now have the equation 6 equals 12, which is an untrue statement. We know when we get an untrue statement, we know the answer is no solution. The last type of problem that we've talked about is solving by elimination. This one can be easily done because if only this was a negative 3, then my 3's would fall out or my y's would fall out. So I'm going to multiply everything times negative 3. I'm going to leave my first equation alone. And then I'm going to multiply the second one all by negative 3. So I get negative 9x plus negative 3y equals negative 15. What that gives me, these fall out, I get negative 7x equals negative 7. Divide by negative 7 on both sides, and I get x is 1. So my answer is going to be 1 comma something. I just need to find my y value. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to plug that back into the second equation. And I'll plug 1 in right here. 3 times 1 plus y equals 5. 3 plus y equals 5. So I'll subtract 3. And y is 2. So I'll take and I'll write my final answer as 1 comma 2, x comma y. So those are the three types of ways that you can solve systems. You can choose any method that you want, just sometimes one method is easier over another.